By the 1930s, Europe owed billions of dollars in debt to the United States government for having bought weapons on credit during World War I. These massive debts had destabilized the world economy, up to the point that it plunged into the worst depression in modern history. At the end of 1932, however, it looked like the inter-allied debts would finally be forgiven. To better understand what happened next, we need to take a quick look at the differences between US and European economic policies. In his book, Imperialism, economist Michael Hudson explains that the job of political leaders is to look out for the national interest, not adopt economic policies because they are based on broad principles that appear to be in the world's best interest. To be sure, a growing world economy strengthens a nation's long-term position. Leaders would just prefer that growth to be a byproduct of furthering the national interest. For a nation that doesn't bat an eye when having to choose between national self-interest and internationalist ideals, look no further than the United States. Since the Civil War, politicians have pursued more open trade and markets, currency stability, and the responsibilities of world leadership, but only when they've been calculated to support U.S. prosperity. They are quick to drop them when they no longer do. For instance, when economic expansion in the U.S. calls for federal budget deficits, monetary inflation, competitively devaluing the dollar, agricultural protectionism, and industrial trade quotas. The U.S.'s approach to international relations has also been shaped by the fact that, traditionally, U.S. economic policy has been one of self-reliance. The U.S. saw its sizable domestic market as its main source of growth instead of foreign ones. This was not the case for Europe. While foreign trade made up just 3 to 4% of the U.S.'s national income, in Europe, foreign trade accounted for 20 to 25%. From trying to monopolize foreign markets through colonialism to after the World War that competition had helped ignite, Europe's economies depended on markets abroad. Europe's vision of economic policy, therefore, has been of a basis of symmetrical economic rights that allow nations to voluntarily trade, lend, and invest with each other to expand the market, even while knowing that those who reap the most from free trade are the lead nations, and from free capital movements, creditor powers. Thanks for watching this episode of this series breaking down economist and Professor Michael Hudson's book, Imperialism. If you want to understand the American empire's economic strategy, I highly recommend checking it out. Stay tuned for what happened next.